Now let us discuss the environmental science question from your open mock test 2018. We know that every year we can expect at least 10 questions from environmental science, and for every environmental science question there is a reason. That means the concept related to that question that might be there in news last year. I can say you an example. Last year there was a question on bioremediation. Okay, and why they asked that question is, it was a question related to bioremediation concept, and why they asked that question is, there was an oil spill in Chennai region due to the collision of two cargoes. So there they used the technique called bioremediation in order to remove the toxic chemicals from the water. So that's why that bioremediation technique was in news related to that issue. So UPSC also asked a question based on that concept related to bioremediation. So like that, for every question from environmental science for your prelims examination, there is a reason. That means that might be there in the news. Okay, so whenever a news comes on any concept related to environmental science, then in itself you have to note down that concept. So the current trend of UPSC is like that. Okay, especially from environmental science, most of the questions are current affair related, and most of the questions are current affairs, and concept related questions will be also there. But recently in 2015, 16, 17, there are mostly the questions were current affairs. So now let us discuss the questions from environmental science for your open mock test 2018. So the first question is about mangrove forest, right, or mangrove trees. Now this mangrove trees in India, mangrove forest in India, it is decreasing due to the human encroachment and also due to the climate change. So that's why most of the other animals, other species are also in danger, because most of the species are depending on mangrove forest for their livelihoods, right, for their sustenance. So anything happens to mangrove trees, that will directly affect the ecology of that region. For example, we know that Karai camel, it's a camel which can swim, right, and also which is grazing on the mangrove trees. So like that, there are lots of animals and birds, so that will be affected by the declining of these mangrove trees. So we need to know about what is mangrove forest and what are its main features, and which of the regions in India is having this mangrove forest. Okay, so actually these mangrove forests are salt tolerant forest. These are salt tolerant hydrophytic plants. That means they can be seen in the water region, so it can be adapted to the water region. That means it's a plant species adapted to water ecosystem or aquatic ecosystem. So it's also a halophyte. Halophyte means these are salt tolerant. Okay, mangrove trees are salt tolerant, and the specialty of this mangrove forest is, or mangrove tree is, they're having two root systems. One is for their air breathing and second is for their support. Okay, long extensive root is there for their support, and secondary air breathing system is there for their air breathing, for to absorb oxygen from the atmosphere. And why this mangrove forest are having two root system is, the secondary air system is, the terrestrial plants require oxygen, right? We know that terrestrial plants require oxygen and they are absorbing that oxygen through leaves, right? And the plants is also absorbing their oxygen through their roots. Okay, in soil also we are having oxygen, and that oxygen is absorbed by green plants through their roots. Okay, but in the case of mangrove trees, since they are in the water, okay, in a muddy region, so the soil in that water region, in aquatic region, they are lacking the oxygen. Okay, and also they are requiring oxygen, so they are not getting oxygen from the soil because it is under the water. The root is under the water, right? So they require oxygen. So that's why they are having a secondary air breathing system, and they are absorbing oxygen through that root system. So since these two kinds of root systems are there, they are protecting the coastal region from soil erosion, and also they are protecting the coastline from the wave action. Due to the wave action, okay, when the wave is acting, its energy will be dissipated by or reduced by this mangrove forest because of their long extensive roots. And also they are providing rich diversity. They are providing shelter to wide variety of birds and animals, and also for the fishes. So that's why these mangrove forests are important. And one more point is there, this mangrove forest, they sequester or they convert carbon dioxide into carbohydrates more than that of this equatorial forest. So that's also one of the important points. So that's why mangrove forest is also one of the most productive areas on earth, right? So these are the main points regarding mangrove forest. And which of the regions in India is having this mangrove forest is mainly these coastal regions. Eastern coastal region and also western coastal region is having mangrove forest, and also this Andaman Nicobar Islands. So mainly the regions like West Bengal, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, these 5 states is having littoral and swamp forest, or we can call it as mangrove forest. And one specialty of this mangrove forest is they can be only seen in tropical and subtropical region, because they cannot withstand the freezing temperature. So they cannot be grown in the cold regions. They are only seen, mangrove forests are only seen in tropical and subtropical regions. So these are the main points regarding mangrove forest, right? So let us go to the question. With reference to mangrove trees, consider the following statements. Since mangroves are salt tolerant and cold tolerant trees, it can be seen everywhere on earth. It's a wrong statement, because we said that it is only seen in tropical and subtropical latitudes, because they cannot withstand the freezing temperatures, right? So it cannot be seen everywhere on earth, right? So the first statement is wrong. Okay, so if the first statement is wrong, we eliminated A and C. Then second point is mangrove forest in India can be found along the coastal areas of West Bengal and Odisha only. So the second statement says that in India we can only see this mangrove forest in West Bengal and Odisha. No, we can also see this mangrove forest in Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh also, right? So that's why second statement is also wrong. So the answer is D, neither one nor two.